Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I will bring you guys a super cool reincarnation anime. Our main character today is a talented programmer. After death, he was reincarnated to another world, a world of magic. In this world, he uses his previous life's knowledge to make the robots of his own. Well, that's enough for the introduction. Let's go into the anime. Kuruda is a Japanese talented programmer. He has an intense passion with the robots. One evening, on his way back home, he unfortunately got hit by a truck and died. After his death, Kuruda was reincarnated to another world in the body of a boy named Ernesti. After being saved by a silhouette knight, he knows God helped him make his dream come true. Ernesti decides to become a silhouette knight rider, and that he will make his own one. From that day, Ernesti begins to study about how magic works in this world. Ernesti finds out it is exactly the same with the programming which he knows in his previous life. In a special training, Ernesti accidentally saves Addie, then he becomes their best friend. Ernesti teaches Addie and Kid magic. 3 years passed, 3 of them study at Lihyla Pilot Academy, but Ernesti's real ability has soon surpassed the basic knowledge of the academy. He creates special weapons that help magic to be easier to use. To everyone's amazement, Ernesti passes the test easily. That he officially passes to a higher class. During a real battle training class, a problem happens. A large number of monsters suddenly appear and attack the students. With the outstanding ability, Ernesti, Kid and Addie have successfully protected and brought them to the safe place. But the problem is, the big behemoth is heading straight toward the capital. The silhouette knights also feel helpless against it. Its power is too terrible. After seeing a silhouette knight run away, Ernesti thinks of a plan. He runs into the forest and finds the silhouette knight. He takes it and heads to the battle. With the talented programming ability, Ernesti upgrades the silhouette knight to a whole new level and astonishes the others. He attacks the monster from many sides with his fast speed and powerful strength. Moreover, the reinforcements from the kingdom have come and fired at it, but it is nothing to the monster with the skin harder than steel. After struggling for a while, Ernesti comes up with a crazy plan. That he will use himself as a bait, and wait for the opportunity to make the fatal blow to destroy the behemoth. Everyone amazed when they know it was just a boy who destroyed the big monster. With his glorious feat of arms, Ernesti is rewarded by the king. He wants to know the recipe for making the silhouette knight's heart, but in order to know the kingdom's biggest secret, he has to prove his true ability. So Ernesti returns and begin the research of creating new silhouette knights, which no one has done for over 300 years. He also uses his previous life's knowledge into the research and make the dwarves take their hat off. Ernesti creates flexible mini armors to help creating the big silhouette knight easier. After testing with many failure and success, the final version of a new silhouette knight has been completed. It has superior power than the old version, but also requires a higher skilled rider to control it flexibly. Ernesti's new version of silhouette knight has been noticed by the bad guys. When it gets dark, they infiltrate the castle and steal it. They break through the wall, but 3 of them get away. The other 3 stay. On the way to escape, they clash with the academy's students who is heading to the fortress. They have a combat and the bad guys easily have advantage, but the students also are really quite something. They separate. Kid and Addie with their strategy quickly take the bad guys down, but unfortunately, their leader escapes with the new version of silhouette knight. Back to the fortress, all of them are struggling with the other 3 left, but luckily, with the assistance from Ernesti, the creator of new silhouette knights, he attacks their weakness and quickly disarm them. After this, everyone now are more careful. Ernesti is rewarded a new team of high silhouette knights at his disposal by the king. He comes up with his own plan. With the experiences, everyone begin to manufacture. After research and testing many times with new technology, new silhouette knight, equipped with various modern technologies has been completed. Finally, the competition between the Lihyla Pilot Academy and the Kingdom Research Institute has come. First, the upgraded robots from the Kingdom Research Institute has been perfectly optimized. The kingdom officials are very pleased to see them, but when they see Ernesti's new one, we can see their gapes of astonishment on their faces. With the coolness of the design, they cannot believe there is someone that could make this thing. In front of the breakthrough in the new design, they wonder if it would be strong. The friendly match has begun. Addie and Kid rush in with an amazing speed and make the enemy team bewildered and lose focus. At this moment, Ernesti flies to everyone's astonishment, because no silhouette knight could ever fly before. It is like miracle. Quickly, 1 man taken down. The rest of the team are also taking advantage very well. But these new versions of silhouette knight have a lot of new functions, so it is quite hard to ride and control. On the other side, the Kingdom Research Institute team with years of experiences, they can quickly get used to the speed of the opponent and get back the advantage after a while of struggling. The final result is a draw. However, what Ernesti team did make everyone admire. Even the prince now is very curious about Ernesti's robots. After what Ernesti did at the friendly match, he finally won the king's recognition. He is now given full rights to create and develop the silhouette knights. he can also use the kingdom's secrets. Before abdicating the throne, the king asks Ernesti to create him a silhouette knight. Seeing that, the prince also quickly order one with the requirement of being extremely strong. Hiya, what a greedy prince. Ernesti seemed to have an idea for these two silhouette knights. He returns to the academy and plan with everyone. In a quick few months, 2 silhouette knights for the king and the prince have been completed. As 2 of them want to own the golden silhouette knight, neither the king nor the prince yielded to anyone. Then they end up with a match. Well, the king is king for a reason, although his age is high, but with the skill as the old days, he quickly nailed it. The prince is strong but he has no real battle experience. After witnessing his own grandson could stand still all of his moves, the king decided to give it to him. Not so long after that, a disaster happens. In the west of the kingdom, thousands of monsters appear and surround that area. The king decides to go on an expedition to the west. With the academy army's support, they quickly get to the place. When the wagons arrive, the silhouette knights rush out into the battle. The prince's silhouette knight is very outstanding. Just in the beginning of the combat, he uses his ultimate skill to blow off thousands of giant spider, but that also consumes large of his mana. The other teams of the academy army fight also effectively. The number of monsters has decreased considerably, but the problem now is that they have to kill the Spider Queen. Ernesti, Kid and Addy make a sortie to the forest. They quickly find out the Spider Queen. After a while of moving around, Ernesti fires down her big belly, then he uses an iron rod and a steel wire to conduct electricity and kill her. The problem solved. After the battle, the other knights show their admiration at the improvement of the academy team. They are very grateful for the academy's assistance. After this, Ernesti is officially qualified to know the kingdom's biggest secret, the recipe of creating silhouette knight's heart. That means he can now enter the Alfheim village to study. The next day, they set off for the village. This is a village of the wisest yet laziest clan in the world. They only work until they get 100 years old, and then they will sleep at home until they die. After meeting the big sister here, Ernesti get a hopeless answer. So far no one has ever been able to learn how to create the silhouette knight heart. He gets looked down again. But after seeing Ernesti's intelligent big sister decides to let he try studying here. Every magic here is new to him, but thanks to the previous life's knowledge, Ernesti quickly catches up the high knowledge and high magic that can create soul. After the non-stop studying, Ernesti amazes the villagers. Within 3 months, he learned all the knowledge and returned. He uses the Spider Queen's heart and the Behemoth's heart to create an extremely strong heart. An unparalleled powerful silhouette knight was born at this time. A coup happens in the west, following that by the sparking of bloody war. Kingdom of Zalaudek declares war on neighboring kingdoms. With their modern silhouette knight and superior technologies, Kingdom of Zalaudek has quickly invaded all the surrounding lands. The others with their backward of technologies have no chance to win. The news about the fall of the neighboring kingdoms come. The prince and the academy's army lead an expedition to the west to scout. Accidentally clash with the arrogant men with outstanding power. The prince and Ernesti easily take them down. After hearing that the princess was imprisoned in the castle, the team now going on a rescue. On the way, they destroy as many silhouette knight as the rumor of a dead chariot spread. When it's dark, Ernesti team uses the mini knights to sneak in the castle and rescue the princess and the princes. The crown prince is very angry when he heard that the princess had escaped. He orders an army to follow, but Ernesti prepared before. They upgraded the silhouette knights here and helped the defense extremely effective. The enemy's land forces are completely destroyed, can't seem to win. They decide to use tricks. At nightfall, they sneak in the castle and intend to rob the upgraded silhouette knights. However, mistakes only made once, all planned by Ernesti, and they quickly follow. After a while, they take the enemy's leader down. After those failures, the crown prince enters the war himself. The aircrafts are mobilized, but what the enemy cannot expect is that Ernesti has created anti-aircraft missiles that could attack all the aircrafts. They are even more terrified when they saw a silhouette knight that could fly on the sky. More than that, the speed and the power are also terrible, like a monster. On the ground, the enemy's infantry is beaten into pieces. The enemy tries to escape, but while running away, the crown prince's aircraft was dropped, and he died. The war is over. The strength of the allies are rising. From the body of the enemy's aircrafts, Ernesti can learn its mechanism. He intends to use it to strengthen the army's power. Sometime after, Kingdom of Zalaudek's army has returned with another monster. Their power are very unequal. Just one skill, the monster could almost destroy Ernesti. Luckily, there is retreat order so Ernesti can safely escape. After that, Ernesti returns with the army and plan to overthrow the domination of Zalaudek. They decide to attack straight to main base, while another team enter from the river to open the main gate. The team above will attack directly, but the situation does not look good with the appearance of the dragon. But with the preparing before, Ernesti uses a recycled aircraft to lure the dragon away from the main army. Suddenly, the dragon uses a strange weapon to turn it into a giant. all the ranged weapons are now useless against it. There is only one way, that is attacking directly. Ernesti rushes through the outer protection and attack the inner skin, back to the ground. After making a sortie, the army now can get in the castle. Everything is under control now. In the sky, after a while of fighting, Ernesti finally succeeds in deactivating the dragon's protection system and beat it. But it is not over yet. The commander used his last mana to make the dragon rush toward the princess to destroy the headquarters. Only Ernesti cannot stop it. But fortunately, thanks to Kid's courage, the commander was completely defeated. The princess is safe. After this victory, the Academy's army get back the advantage and quickly take back the invaded lands. The enemy commander ended up suicide. The war is now over, and the princess become queen. There is an emotional separation. The princess tells Kid her feeling. Then they hug each other with everyone's excitement. After getting back to the kingdom, Ernesti asks the king for permission to bring the flying technology to the world. Since then, the air transport was born. Alright, that's all for today's anime. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe our channel so that we will make more good videos.